Hi guys, Wayne's Butler here. Well, as you can tell by the title, you already know what this video is going to be. It's about the Bane. Now I first want to start talking about this figure. I guess I knew I was going to have to get it eventually. And I'm probably going to have to get the Catwoman too. But as I've said to a lot of you guys, I mean, I'm pretty well a quarter scale guy now, but I always said, you know, if Hottoys were to come out with a figure that blew me away, you know, I might get it. And another reason why I didn't want to do this Bane figure, like I said, it's a year old and there's, you know, the reviews for it have come and gone. And I was, you know, a little less inspired to do it. But a couple of guys out there wanted me to do it, so, you know, I like to honor requests whenever I can. But, you know, we'll do this unboxing. I'll try and do it like there hasn't been any other reviews done on it, but it'll be pretty hard to do. But anyways, got this from a seller. First time I ever dealt with him, I was a little nervous at first. I think it was a bit of a communication or language barrier. But anyways, same samey detail. Shipped this thing out quick. Shipped it out Monday. Here it is Thursday. I was shocked to actually see it Thursday. I probably thought I'd see it tomorrow or probably Monday, but especially with Christmas, I thought it'd be maybe delayed a little bit. So anyways, it's here. We're going to unbox it. I'm going to give you my opinion. Like I say, it's pretty hard to ignore some of the other reviews on this figure. There's quite a number of them, and I've seen every single one of them. What I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, and a large number of them, more than once. I know Rick and Xenomorphs I've seen probably multiple times, because they're probably the two top reviews for this figure, as far as video quality and opinions and stuff. I don't particularly, well, I agree with probably most of what both people have said, but you know me, I'm a little different animal. If I don't agree, I'm gonna, you know, let you know why. So a few things that I have a friendly disagreement with some of the issues of this figure. Oh, it's been a long time, guys. I think it's like been a month, couple months since I got a figure. The old quarter scale baby. Well, it's been a long time since I got a 1/6 figure. Let's see if I'm blown away. It's the standard box, guys. You've seen it. You know, like I said, I feel a little silly kind of doing this review because I think the figure on everybody's mind right now is the Man of Steel. I don't think anybody's really interested in Bane, as much as it is an awesome figure. I tell you, just quickly on that Man of Steel figure, it's awesome. Some few little things about it that I want to be concerned about. I have a pretty itchy trigger finger as far as pushing the buy now button, but I keep making that same mistake over and over again. I'll buy a figure first and then complain about it after. So I want to see a couple reviews. Hopefully I'm going to see Xenomorph or Rick or Roscoe, a few other guys out there that put up really good reviews. I'm kind of hoping they get theirs early so I can check those reviews out before I pull the trigger. Anyways, you know, you guys seen all this before. Been there, done that. Standard box. What did he give me here? Discount coupon. maxandbody.com. Whatever. Anyways, here we go. Small. I've been blown away, guys, by figures that are much larger than this, so I mean, this figure had an uphill battle before I even bought it, but you know, what kind of a Batman collector would I be if I had a collection that ended at the Joker? You know, I have absolutely nothing in this house that defines or even, you know, shows Dark Knight Rises, you know, other than Batman. I don't have a Bane, Catwoman, or anything. Catwoman I'm going to have to get eventually too, probably, but anyways, first impressions. First impressions. Blown away, guys. Blown away. I'm at a loss for words. No other words. Blown away. See, it comes with a Batman cowl. That's a nice touch. Blown away, guys. Blown away. No other words. Wayne's Butler, signing off. Here, let me give you a close-up. Okay, you guys probably figured what the heck going on. That's my little homage to Rhino. The video he put out where he tried to imitate everybody. He did a hell of a job. It had me roaring. I don't think anybody was offended. I think everybody was actually quite impressed. Sorry about that, guys. You probably guys thought, what the hell is going on? Jesus Christ, Rhino was exactly right. That's how he does it. Yes, I think Rhino was probably right, but okay, let's start over. Let's start over. It is really nice. Am I blown away? Yeah, I am blown away. But like I said, guys, I've been holding and modding and building stuff for quarter scale. So I mean, like I said, this figure had an uphill battle right out of the get-go. Anywho, let me see if I can get it in the light so I can look at it. Well, there's one issue that I wanted to talk about, and that's this body. Looking at it here right now. Some of you are going to agree. This is where the disagreements come in. This is friendly disagreement. The bulk of the figure. See if we can stand on its own. The bulk of the figure, the shoulders, biggest issue. Looking at this figure right now, my first impressions, and having seen the movie many, many times, the arms by themselves are by no means too small. By no means too small. They almost border on too big, but I mean, if you look at Bane in some of the shots, I know lighting has a lot to do with it. I mean, his arms, when they're at rest, don't really look as big as we all kind of want them to be. When he flexes that promo shot where Bane has his, is flexing his arms in front of him, yes, they're about this big. So I mean, the size of the bicep is accurate to the movie, in my opinion. But as far as the shoulders go, that's, I think, where the issue comes in. Because we have the issue here with the traps. Well, the traps are missing. We know that. That's one of the major issues is that the traps are missing. But I think what is kind of deceiving everybody as far as it's not bulky enough, is the shoulders. I mean, we want our articulation, so to have articulation, they have to start removing material. They have to start removing material from the shoulder, have to ball out, ball out the shoulder, and I can do it better from the side. Ball out the shoulder here on the sides, and automatically, because there's real estate missing, it gives you the illusion that the body is actually smaller than it actually is. And I've seen all the videos on this thing, and every time I see the video, I'm going, yes, I could see you wanting to change the arms. Yes, the number one issue with these arms is it should have been a double ball joint, for sure. Or not double ball joint, a double, articulated elbow. So we can do the, the iconic pose. But and I love that iconic pose. It's definitely a pose that this figure, should have been able to do. And that's why I think the mod is probably appropriate for that reason only. For that reason only. As far as the upper chest and everything, with the vest off, I'm going to be showing you with the vest off. I'm going to pause the camera here and kind of do the review and the unboxing here in one. I'm going to try and wrap this up all in one video. But I think the chest and the whole midsection here is the correct size. Now, if you look at a video, I'm thinking of D Knight's video right now, where he does a review on this figure, the prologue. He does a showcase where he has that tight t-shirt. I know some of you guys out there have that t-shirt also. That really shows you how good this body really is. I mean, when you look at that, the way he has that figure posed with him down on his knees with this, his hands around the back. I mean, it looks just like the movie, because the t-shirt bridges all this stuff that's missing, which creates a more accurate looking body, in my opinion. Yes, doing the whole T800 upper section does make the figure look bulky. It does make the figure look better. I'm not going to deny that. But for me, I'm not willing to lose the scar. Yes, it's at the back. I know we always say, well, it's at the back of the figure, you can't see it. Well, unfortunately, that's not, you know, how my brain operates. I know it's there, or I know it's not there. And we always say that, you know, the back of the figure, not important, but I mean, you wouldn't want Hot Toys to not finish the back of the figure. I mean, if Hot Toys didn't finish anything on the back, would we be upset? Well, of course we would. So, I mean, that's kind of silly explanation, I realize that, but like I say, I'm not willing to lose a star, but I would be willing to do the arm mod, 100% for sure. But anyways, that's the body issue. That's kind of the main kind of thing. The head sculpt is really good. The head sculpt is really good. God, it's actually a lot better than, you know, the whole adage, figure looks better in hand, really comes into play here. Now, as far as the mask goes, I don't think I'm in the camera, no. As far as the mask goes, the mask is very accurate. It has the base color blue. Now, I think a lot of the issues, some people are saying it was green, some people, you know, saying it was all these different colors. The base color is blue. It's just because of all the weathering and stuff that's all over top of the blue. It's got some greens and some browns and stuff like that, and depending on the lighting in the movie, it really kind of deceives you, making you think that the mask is, you know, a different color. But if you look at the making of the movie, the making of the mask, you know, you can clearly see that, you know, the base color is blue, which, you know, this figure's captured. As far as adding more weathering, easily done. As far as weathering in the whole figure, that probably could be a little bit heavier. I mean, it has a little bit in the vest here and in the belt, but it could be a little bit heavier. Same as the pants. And you know, it's really awesome. Really awesome. Really like the figure. I'm glad I got it. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do with it, but you know, I'll be able to do something. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to take this off camera, guys, before we come back. And now the other big issue, the pants. Yes, they kind of dropped the ball on the pants. You need to pull them down and pull them out. Let's see if we can get this looking better. Jesus Christ, Bane. Pull them right off. Sorry for the silence, guys. Probably better on. See if we can get those pants looking a little bit better on camera. Yep, that's better. Not as good as you're going to make those pants. So yeah, I need a little bit more weathering. Knee pads are, well, they're about where they need to be right now. I think that's pretty movie accurate. I think it's movie accurate. Actually, they look really good like that. Yeah. See? I like it already. And we get down to the boots. Wrong color. Nicely done though. I mean, again, easy fix. You could either get a set of Mike Echo's boots, or you could repaint these. If you're listening, Mike, you happen to actually happen to have a spare set of these laying around, you know, give me a dingle. I wouldn't mind a new pair of the boots. As far as the pants go, I actually don't mind these pants the way they're looking right now, to be honest. I mean, they obviously could be baggier, but, you know, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I know the jacket's the other big issue in there. I wanted to look at that. Quick pose. Anyways, loving the figure. I know some guys bitch about the vest. well, there's nitpicking, and I'm a nitpicker, you guys know that, but I think the vest looks pretty damn good to me. I know what they're talking, I know the issue. This top belt here is the wrong texture. It's supposed to be a smoother material. I can't see anything wrong with the armor plating. I've looked at people's videos in the movie, and that's all I can see wrong. It's just the the material, this top thing, like big whoop. That doesn't concern me at all. But man, it looks good. Looks really good. Yeah, I like it. I don't know how long we're running here. I got a big memory card, so just keep going. Looks like maybe I won't be pausing the camera after all. I'm not the go-to guy when it comes to reviews anyways, guys, so I think everybody out there knows that. There's guys out there that have already done a really good job on this figure. The mask is cool. It's got the wet drops. You've heard all this before. And the other gauntlet with the hole in it. And I got all the hands. So I guess the next topic at hand is the accessories. So I'm going to talk quick about the accessories. And that's it for the accessories. Doesn't come with any. Stand. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good for this figure. Kind of a weak attempt at rust, but anyways, it comes with the black or the brown shirt from the end of the movie. Okay, this is what I've been wanting to look at here. This coat, done very well. Yeah, I keep getting a weird shadow sitting there. Hopefully this will be in frame, guys. I mean, you've seen the jacket. Okay, now the problem with the jacket, the problem that I can see, like I say in people's videos, and it's not necessarily Hottoys' fault, because when you're replicating materials in 1/6 scale, I mean, you gotta, sometimes you can only get close. I mean, this jacket, as you know, it's a sheepskin jacket. I mean, this, looks more like a weathered leather jacket. You guys know what sheepskin looks like. It looks like what you see in the movie, really dark colors, really light colors, it's a bit of a texture to it, like inside out leather. But how they would replicate that in 1/6, I don't know. I mean, Hottoys has attempted that. You could actually weather this more to make it look a little bit more like contrast between the dark and the light. But I mean, the jacket is very nice. I mean, you see it on the figure here, and who's complaining, right? But maybe we'll pause the camera. Yeah, we're gonna pause the camera, guys. I'm gonna try and set something up here, and we'll get a little bit closer with the camera, and we'll carry on with things. Be back in a second, guys. Looks like we're back, guys. I try to set this thing up here. Actually, this is what I should have done before I started talking about this body. When I was talking about the build and that stuff of it, like when I'm looking at this body, my first impressions is, yes, like I said, I can see why you guys would want the figure to look bulkier, because it does make for a better looking figure. But in my opinion, as far as this part of the body goes, it's movie accurate. As far as the arms go, movie accurate. But it's this issue right here. It's this part of the joint right here that's causing all the issues visually, because all that real estate's been removed. To create articulation. I mean, we want our articulation, so that's the trade-off. So I mean, if that was all filled in, it flowed more into the shoulder. Traps are kind of messy. I mean, there is something there. I mean, I'm actually surprised. There's actually more of a trap than what I thought I could see in video. But the problem is you start increasing the size of the trap, you're going to create a huge step here again because of this damn joint. So I think Hottoys in this whole entire figure, and I know a lot of you guys have talked about it already, was a trade-off. I mean, clearly it was a trade-off. I mean, they traded off looks, you know, for the iconic pose, for the, you know, the double jointed elbows. So I mean, because with the double jointed elbows, you'll never be able to pose it like this. You'll never be able to pose it with just the vest on and with the bare arm. So if you were doing the scene if you wanted to recreate the scene or create a diorama, in my case, of him and Batman fighting, you couldn't use the T800 body, and you couldn't even do the arm mod because, you know, it would look funny. So it depends on, you know, how you guys want to pose your figures. Everybody's different, you know what I mean? Everybody treats their figures different. So my opinion on this whole thing, you know, I'm not pushing it on anybody. I know people out there are going to bust my balls for it. I'm sure they will, but this is just my opinion. Some of you will agree, some of you will disagree. Like I say, I understand the mod. I'm tempted to actually do the arm mod myself. Like I say, I'm not willing to lose the scar. Some guys, like I say, have done the whole, you know, Tim, was it the Tim 20 or the Tim 22, whatever, from the waist up. Like I say, I think it's a viable mod. It's just that I'm not going to do it. I'll go as far as doing the arm mod. I know it's a little bit more work you got to do to do that, but like again, I'm not willing to, and I'm not really wanting to lose other posing options either. So, you know, chances are I'm going to leave it just the way it is because it's awesome. You know, it really is awesome. It really is an awesome Bane. It's a 1/6 scale figure. You know, you're trying to recreate something that's 1-to-1. There's always going to be trade-offs, especially because we want our precious articulation, and I totally get it. And but the skin tone too. You know, I mean, everything's the same color, and it all blends in, and you know, the body's done really well. It's, you know, well, you know, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, if you get past the joints, I suppose. I mean, I hate joints just like the rest of yous. But, oh shit. You got that looking bad, Curtis. Come on. Plus, the other thing I think by looking at it too, it actually looks like the shoulders are in too far. It's too narrow here, which can create that illusion. But again, like you say, when I said earlier, when you put the black T-shirt on this, it's skin tight. You know what I mean? It doesn't, my opinion, doesn't add any more bulk to it at all. But what it does is it bridges where all the material's missing, and it really creates an accurate figure. Like I said, if you go to D Knight's prologue video, where he's sitting on the ground on his knees, and you know, with his hands behind his back, that looks as close to the movie as far as bulk goes to me. And that's it. I think I spent enough time on that topic. So I mean, that's how I feel about that. And the jacket we talked about, I actually like this pose option too, the brown shirt. But I do like when he holds the straps, like we've all said, it's a pretty iconic pose. But the one thing that I do notice, so I mean, everybody's posing their figure like that, and then like I say, as much as that is an iconic pose, when everybody poses their figures exactly the same way, the pose starts to become a little bit watered down. It becomes a little less special. So I like the option of being able to have different looks. Although having an issue, you know, you can have this look, you can have with the belt on, you can have the vest on, you can have the vest off, you know what I mean? The mod limits your posing options, but like I said earlier, everybody's different. I'm one to talk. I mean, I'm a museum pose guy, and then I don't touch it, so I really shouldn't be saying anything about posing because I'm hardly an expert in that department. But this is just my opinion, and I haven't given it in a couple months, and I don't get out much, guys, so I know I'm yammering a little bit. But anyways, I think that's everything in the box. The instructions, make sure you read them, not just in this figure, but every figure. And we got the crotch grabber here, shipper box. I paid $3.44 shipped. I don't think I said that. a little bit more than, well, it's probably about what I would have, if I wanted this figure first batch when it first came out, that's probably about what I would have paid. And he was actually the cheapest. He was actually the cheapest on the internet at the time. It was pretty good service. I'd buy another figure off him. He actually has a Catwoman that's reasonably cheap too. But yeah. I'm not a quick poser like Rhino or Rick or those guys. But yeah, I'm really loving the figure, guys. Really loving the figure. Now, what I plan on doing is putting this in magic soil, and hopefully it'll grow quarter scale. We all know it won't, but God, it makes me want a quarter scale even more. Even more. God, you imagine how awesome this would be in quarter scale. Could you imagine? I'm curious to see how they would handle the arms, though. I'm curious. But looking at that without the shirt on, you know, trying to get past the joint, it looks awesome. It really does. It really looks awesome. Blown away, yes. Yes, I'm blown away. But like I said, guys, I've been blown by figures much bigger than this. So, you know, like I said earlier, this this figure had an uphill battle right out of the gate. But I got it because I need it. You know, Jones for a figure, and this works. This works. But everybody's thinking of the man. People are looking at this and they're thinking of the Man of Steel. I know. You know, the poor DX13 didn't even have a chance. It barely got released. And then the Man of Steel come along and they stomped all over it. You know, I mean, that's another awesome figure too, the DX13. And you guys got a really good figure. But I'm not much of a Terminator fan. I like the superheroes and stuff, but you know, I felt so when the Man of Steel came out, it's like, holy Christ, the DX13 only was been out for 2 weeks. Now people aren't even talking about it anymore. Everybody's talking about the Man of Steel. But anyways, guys, that's my hobbled review. Bane figure, old, not forgotten. I've been thinking actually about doing a slideshow vid with this figure in my jail cell down in the basement, which is actually why I may leave it the way it's sitting there right now. I might put the belt on it and then might do some videos for that slideshow vid. I don't know. But anyways, guys, thanks for getting us through this with me. Wayne's Butler signing off. Peace and love to all.